brew day is happening right now. We are doing a black IPA today. This is loosely based on the Ace of Spades black IPA that I did at the start of the year, was it the end of last year? It's kind of loosely based on that, so let's have a look at the recipe now.
This is the recipe which I'm going by. I mean, the first thing I see is the 55 EBC, which doesn't look very black, so we could be in trouble on that, but we're going to go ahead nonetheless. So let's see, fermentables, 4 kilos Irish stout malt, Cara Munich, wheat malt, acid malt, Carafa 3 for a little bit of colour. I think probably a little bit more is needed. I think on the original Ace of Spades it's actually like midnight wheat, but I'm having trouble trying to locate that grain, so I have to make do amend with whatever I have in stock. Hops then Magnum, Chinook, Centennial, and a bit of Cascade and Chinook and Centennial for the dry hop. Yeast is actually BRY97, Lawman Danstar, you can't really see what that is. And yeah, that is pretty much it. I mean, this worked. This is the recipe for this version of the Ace of Spades, not the original version.
Okay, so what I have got is wired off to this by Jim Parry, Jimbo's Homebrew. Massive big whisk. Now, just when I saw the grain baskets on it, I'm thinking, this is probably too big for that. So, let's try it and find out. I know what's exactly the right size. So yeah, I've been looking one of these for a long time, but I was kind of looking one with the long handle, not realising that you could get one with a massive whisk on the end of it. 20 inches this is. It's just cutting through that grain like nothing. Wow, amazing. So cheers for the heads up, Jim. Should also say I don't have the top screen in. I'm going to use the top screen as it normally goes, because the pump's still getting blocked regardless. I don't know what's going on in the background. An awful noise. Someone's cutting trees down. This is the business. This is the business. Just my arm's getting tired now. And whisk is making short work of this. That's the business. It's the future. So we got the top screen. I'm not actually putting the dark grains in until like 10 minutes before the end of the mash. I think that's the way Dr. Hans does it, I think. It's been so long since I brewed a black IPA, I can't remember. Yeah, that is the end of the mash. Take this thing to get it in. Okay, so the plan is to sparge the dark grains. Still got them. We're going to sparge these. Let's try it, see what happens. Okay, it's still got a little bit of water in the top. Let's have a look. So let's just put it in now. And then we're going to sparge on top of that. I've just remembered the top screen's in there. The one time you put the top screen in the top, that's what happens. So who cares about the top screen? Let's just do it. Oh, there it is, it's it. Okay, 40 minutes to go. There's our Magnum. going on. Got 20 minutes to go. There's some Chinook and some Magnum in there. Okay, 5 minutes to go. There's a Centennial and a bit of yeast nutrient in there. Speaking of yeast, I'm going to go and see what we've got. Okay, we're chilling down. Like even the pump's working. Awesome. Compression fittings dripping again. That started the last time. Okay, end of the brew day. Forgive the noise outside. Diggers out there. Let's just plough on. There's our final gravity. First thing you gotta say, it's not black. That's for sure. The brown IPA. So obviously then with the sparge, I've never done it with the sparge. I don't think through the sparge before. And obviously you don't get as much of the colour. Maybe if you use more grain I might get more colour, but I don't know. But yeah, so you learn something there all the time. So that's 1054, so the recipe was 105.859, but that was taking into account the dark grains in the mash, which they obviously weren't. So the pre-boil was kind of, if I didn't include them in the mash, I don't know how to do this in Graham and Brewfather. If anyone does, let me know. Is to like include the grain in there, but not to include it in the mash. If that does not make sense, then probably not. So yeah, it's 1054. It's not too bad. Not too bad at all. In terms of yeast, we are BRY97. Should leave it nice and clean. Got about 20.5 litres, so we're pretty much good on volumes as well. So then we'll just dry hop then with the rest of the, you've seen the recipe earlier on, so don't need to tell you. But we'll see in a couple of days of that. I'm going to make you watch everything, every little bit. There we are, we're in. So again, dry hop in a couple of days, possibly leave for 2 weeks, we'll see. Yeah, so see a dry hop. It's about a week later, we're going to dry hop the brown IPA, what was I thinking? Should have been black. Anyway, this is it. So this is a combination of Cascade, Chinook and Citra. That's what it is. So let's do this. Got it down here. Oh, this is awkward. Just toss them in loose. So it's going in there for 14 degrees for another 3 or 4 days. And that is a black IPA, apparently. That is a black IPA. Sorry, it's a brown IPA. No, it's not even a brown IPA. That is a red IPA. I have made a red IPA. Well done, me. So this is the Ace of Spades red IPA. This is the Ace of Hearts red IPA. It's a bit overcarbonated, to be honest. I know it's in the keg, and you shouldn't overcarbonate your beers in the keg, but I've got loads of hops in the freezer sitting on top of the kegs, and I could have just basically pulled the pin at the top, but yeah, I just couldn't be bothered having to search for it. So really need to get another freezer, another like small chest freezer just for the hops, because that's a pain in the arse in there. Anyway, we're off, straying off the point. So yeah, that's what it looks like. Definitely red, definitely plenty of carbonation. You probably can't see it at all. See the bubbles streaming up? Let's give it a whiff. So it was dry hopped with Cascade, Centennial and Chinook. That's kind of the 3 hops I believe in that beer. There's Magnum like for bittering, but we don't really bother with that. It's about 2 weeks in the keg as well too. from what I can get through that big foam head, it smells kind of, there's definitely citrusy, kind of grapefruity type of aromas coming off that. Not entirely a surprise. There's something else as well though. It's like some kind of spicy malt kind of aroma or something off it. I mean, it's probably not. It probably is just the hops. You know what? You know what it actually reminds me of? Now that I say it, spicy malt. It reminds me of the red rye IPA, which I haven't actually brewed this year. I was brewing last year with the Munich malt. That is what that reminds me of. Now, I don't know whether it's the fact that it's red. This has just occurred to me, by the way. But yeah, that is what that smells like. So maybe I've created a version of that beer only without the rye. It smells good anyway. It's basically, to cut a long story short, it smells good. Let's go in for a taste. Tastes like an IPA. It does taste like an IPA. It's got this real bitterness just coming on the back end, which is okay, I suppose. I mean, I don't know if it's my taste buds are changing and I'm kind of starting to go off bitter beers, or if it's kind of, maybe it's the yeast, the BRY97 yeast that I used in this, and I've used it like about four times now. Maybe this is the fifth, I'm not sure. But almost every time, I think, in fact, yeah, every time, it leaves it really, really super clean, like it's supposed to. But it's almost like it's too clean, and it's kind of a bit bitter. I don't know if a yeast can pull bitterness out of a beer, or maybe it's just dropping. I don't know, I'm not entirely sure, but it's got those kind of fruity, I'm definitely getting the Chinook in there. So it's that kind of grapefruitiness, and there's a bit of pine in there as well. And then there's this taste of crystal. You know, that kind of sweet crystal taste that you would taste in some kind of like West Coast IPAs. But, you know, sometimes they overdo it. That's kind of what that is tasting like. Very easy to drink, but a medium mouthfeel on it. It finished, what did it finish? 5.6%. I think the original recipe is 6, just over 6%, something like that. So, I try not to do too many big beers past 6, just because they're too much. You know, I'm getting old, basically, is what I'm saying. And you know, I can't handle the big ones anymore. So yeah, so I try to brew a bit lighter. But yeah, that taste, that kind of bitter taste in my mouth, it's still kind of there, and it has a kind of sweet crystal taste as well. So it's very strange the way this has turned out. I mean, this does not taste like the Ace of Spades Black IPA, which is what it was supposed to be. And although I did change the recipe a little bit, because I didn't obviously have all the stuff, and I can't just get my hands on American malts, and I can't get my hands on the midnight wheat as well too. I mean, I say I can't get my hands on it, but I do look for it, but not as hard as I probably could do. So yeah, I'm trying to make it up that way. So I've kind of stumbled across something else here. So I mean, it might be, I really like that combination of hops, the Chinook and the Centennial especially. I bought more Centennial. I'm really liking the Centennial again, and then the Cascade. So I'm liking those three, that kind of hop combination between the two. I could maybe add a little bit of Columbus in there. The next time, rather than or in addition to those three hops, and see what kind of effect that has, because I think it might just pull a bit more of pull out some of that kind of sweetness and replace it with that kind of, dankness, so to speak. So, in summary, it's not what I was looking for. It's not what I had intended to brew, but we have somehow managed to get a half decent beer out of it, and one that could be improved with a little bit of tweaks to the recipe. I think we sparged the dark grains that time, and we obviously didn't get anywhere near enough darkness out of it, so we may have to look at that and do something else the next time. But I think also maybe try a different yeast as well too, just to see what it's like. It'll still be nice, it'll still be a clean yeast, but it might be not the BRY97, just to have a difference, just to see if it makes a difference. Because I'm curious now that every beer that I've used that on has been really a bit over bitter or something. But yeah, so. But it's a nice beer. You know what? It is a nice beer. So yeah, that's it. So, happy Homebrew Wednesday. See you next week. There it is there. Look at the fucking head on that. Okay, there it is. There is the Ace of Spades Black IPA.